What's goody, what's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy, Who's Mans. You already know what time it is. Before we get into this, go ahead, if you new, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you never miss an upload. I go through all 32 teams and their playbooks, and I play a game with them. And then these videos, today and tomorrow, is going to be the playbook portion of it, and then Tuesday will be the gameplay. So if you do enjoy stuff like this, or you want to just get better, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, man. We about to get into it. This Dolphins playbook would be good for a team other than the Dolphins. You're going to see in the gameplay that I just had trouble running this, mainly because they don't have a good offensive line at all. It's very easy to get pressure, and also, with that being said, it makes it hard to run, and if you can't run the ball, I mean, even just get a few yards here and there, it makes it so much more difficult because then you become one-dimensional. With that being said, you definitely have to understand the personnel you have. I feel like this playbooks part or video today and tomorrow is going to be more so personnel. So Tua's doesn't have the strongest arm, and he's not the most accurate, and the line isn't the best, and he's Tua's not the fastest. But things you can do to help that are quick passes. And I actually want to go over some concepts, which are going to be mesh, and you have your drive. I don't use drive too often in that gameplay, if I remember correctly. I do a couple of things that are similar to drive and similar things to mesh. But my opponent in this one actually was just giving me looks that would work better for, like a smash concept or a levels concept outside. Or not levels, but concepts that are, that attack the sidelines. Actually, yeah, smash, some of these spot routes. Or some of these spot concepts. I'm trying to think what else. But you'll see levels, things like that, flood. So when you have a playbook, and this actually I think should help for those in situations when they do. What is that? What mode is that? I'm trying to think of. Yeah, that one. Flood definitely it helps a lot in certain situations. So a couple things that I wanted to show out of this was posts and just regular flood. Now, post is nice because if they overcommit to the sideline, overcommit to putting enough pressure on the sidelines, that post by Fuller and the route by Gesicki just is nice, and then also that route by Gaskin is nice. Now, unfortunately, my opponent was using Burns. He had the Panthers. He's using Burns and just getting in the backfield every play, so I had to kind of take Gesicki out of the game that way, which, I mean, it worked because it kind of threw me off a bit. I mean, there's still some adjusting you have to do, but this is a nice play, and I'm going to move it back and over. All right, so a couple reasons why this is nice, especially in cover 2 or cover 3. It's still a flood concept on the outside, but between Shaheen, and I don't know if I'm even saying that name right, and Parker, Fuller still is a clear out, but the nice thing about that clear out is against cover 2, he'll get over the middle, because Gesicki is going to take your strong safety kind of out of the play a bit, since he's the only deep threat on that side of the field. And then depending on who breaks first and how they're playing it, Parker could get outside first, so that free safety will maybe take a step in, and then you have Gaskin taking the middle routes, those hook zones, kind of occupying them to get back in there. So we're going to just run this play here, and you see right there, I don't know why he jumps out of bounds like that, but one main reason this is nice is because it just creates a lot of confusion. So we're going to go over here, and you see, so we have the flat open because that defender backs up. Usually you would want to take that. However, the post, as you see here, this post brings this, because this is cover 3, so it brings the seam flat back to the middle because he's going to the seam. And then you also have Gaskin, so he has to take into account Gaskin. Well, the flat route is being somewhat occupied here by this flat, or the flat zone is being occupied somewhat by this flat zone here. And this is a deep blue, so he's not going to react to the corner first. He's reacting to this post, since this is more of a threat going deep, leaving this B route open. Now this is on him for jumping completely out of bounds instead of just keeping your feet in. And then we're looking backside here. So another funny thing is, depending on how the user is, and also depending on how good your number 1 is, there are times where you can fit that in there. It's dicey. I would probably lowball it, but you can fit that in there sometimes. And not to mention, with Gaskin, if I get on him, with Gaskin, this is nice because if the user commits to blitzing, then obviously you have this wide open over the middle. Even still, you have the Panthers or the Saints, anybody with a decent running back, you can still kind of make this play. Or you can also send them out to the flats and create a kind of like a smash on the right side. But this is a dope play stock, and it's also nice too if you want to move Parker, who's running this corner, send him in motion to this side here, and then you have the exact same thing going on the right side of the field. So it's nice. It's just an all-around nice play. You should definitely look into it. Just creates a lot of situations where they have to pass too many people off, and as you see there, it comes in handy. I believe in the gameplay I end up throwing a touchdown off of this play here because he's playing man and had a linebacker on Parker, and the free safety went with this post, leaving this whole side of the field wide open. So those are the main reasons why this play, I think, is one of the better plays out of this entire Dolphins playbook, at least for the personnel that they have. Because they have some really good receiving options. They have a lot of speed. It's just their offensive line isn't that great, which makes everything else that much harder. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully this did help. Hopefully you did see different ways to attack certain, plays, zones, things like that, things to look out for. Definitely make sure to look at my other plays. I'll have it in the playlist, the playbook playlist. So, if you want to look at Cowboys or Chiefs, whatever, go ahead and look at that. And I'll have another play for you guys tomorrow. So, let me know down below who your favorite team is. And, hopefully I use them right. But thank you for watching, and peace.